Now, I want to take a moment and remember a former Oregon congressman who died this week, and we want to dig into the KGW vault to do so. Jim Weaver represented Oregon's 4th District from 1975 to 1987, which includes Eugene and Roseburg. He was a huge environmental advocate. Here he is, second from the left, with President Jimmy Carter during the signing of the Endangered American Wilderness Act in 1978. We found some old KGW reports showing his battles against nuclear power plants and the timber industry.
Weaver has fought against the Whoops nuclear plants for years.
$2,000 million for this lifeless trunk sitting over there at Satson. Don't you say, oh my God, this is the most stupid thing that has ever happened in the Northwest.
Weaver also blasted the private utilities.
So what you're saying here is that you're ready, willing, and able to spend Portland electric users' money to complete that
That's
plan.
not correct, Mr. Chairman. It's an oversimplification, and I'm not going to play your political games.
Weaver released confidential government documents regarding timber sales in the Tongass National Forest in Alaska. Letters from Agriculture Department officials to Justice Department officials asked that criminal proceedings be started against a subsidiary of Louisiana Pacific and the Alaska Lumber and Pulp Company for filing misleading records that resulted in lower prices that the companies pay for government timber. Weaver's investigators point out that Louisiana Pacific Ketchikan pays $3 per 1,000 board feet of timber in the Tongass National Forest, timber that would sell for $150 in Northwest states.
The Forest Service has many remedies, almost none of which they've taken. I question the 50-year contracts, whether they have been breached, and I question the fact that a thorough investigation should be made by the Justice Department.
We love the vault. If you have any ideas you want us to dig around in there, email us or use that hashtag HeyDan on Twitter. We're going to read some of your comments and finish the story right after. That fly keeps buzzing around in here. We'll be right back.